You didn't really think he was going to keep it going, did you? Did you honestly believe that this guy was going to keep his every damn day streak going forever? I, for one, knew right away that this wasn't going to last. Have you not learned anything by watching him the last 2 years? Who are you? I'm Future John. I had heard you're nothing like me, but I had no idea that you couldn't read. Funny. Of course the streak would end. This was only the first step. Every damn day at the gym has been mastered. Now, it's time for the next challenge. You have no idea what you're saying. I mean, look at my past. I mean, look at me. I have no interest to do anything. I have no commitment level. I make excuses, and I'm just fine with being a slacker. So why should this guy even bother trying to do anything for that matter? You're such a downer. See why John wants nothing to do with you now. Yeah, he keeps trying, but I'm not going anywhere. Want to bet? What in the hell is this? The next challenge. Wow, really? Well, I've got something that can fix that right away. How did you do that? This John has learned a lot of things that you will never learn by thinking the way you do. Now, will you leave on your own, or do I have to do the same thing to you? Old fool. If you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Your feeble skills are no match for the dark side. I'll be back. He always does that. Pulls out the corny movie quotes. But I know what'll keep him from coming back. "2020 was a difficult year for many, but for me, it was a good year. I spent most of the year mastering my weight training techniques. I was achieving new muscle growth. I finally discovered how to prevent injury when I would jog. I started Krav Maga, increasing my stamina through high-intensity calisthenics and heavy bag combinations. I extended my every damn day streak all the way to 107 weeks. But then... This is an MRI of my shoulder, the result of my first major injury since March of last year. So what happened? Well, I decided to change things up. I started working out with some workout partners at 5 a.m. every day to increase my accountability. This was a great idea, getting my day started earlier than I was, and eating the frog, part of a solid morning routine, right? It's an excellent idea. Unfortunately, it was poorly planned. It seems that when I switched times and gyms, I seem to have left my fitness knowledge and wisdom behind at the last gym that I was going to. I started right into a brand new routine at full strength as if I had been doing it for months, and I started lifting heavier and heavier and heavier until I overloaded my left shoulder. In the end, I was dealing with what was called supraspinatus tendonitis. I've had this before actually, but this was the most serious I had ever had, and the pain was excruciating. I had to go to the emergent care and get a steroid prescription. I actually feared that I might have torn it, but fortunately the MRI I got about a week later confirmed it was just tendonitis in my shoulder. And this was the worst case I'd ever had. So I went back and picked my wisdom up again, and I decided to rest. I spent 3 weeks focusing on just leg workouts and cardio with some running and biking. And I've eliminated Krav for the time being, but it's now 4 weeks later and I'm healed up enough that I can start up again with things slowly. But the every damn day streak has officially been broken. But fear not, kids, this was actually going to happen. For over 2 years, I've made sure to show up at the gym or do something physical every damn day. Fact is, this is unsustainable. The fact that I was able to get 2 years out of it is absolutely amazing. But the whole point was to establish a routine and, frankly, an addiction to physical fitness. Achieved. The goal was mastered. And continuing the same goal makes no sense. There's no challenge anymore. It's time to set a new goal. So, with a new year upon us, it's a perfect opportunity to develop a new challenge. So, here it is, folks, my Keystone Goal for 2021. Okay, that does seem a little vague of a goal. Be in the best shape of my life before my next birthday. I mean, come on, everybody says that, right? And you would be correct. We need to break this down and identify 3 measurable sub-goals for this. The first is 15% body fat. Okay, yes, I know that has eluded me, but just because I didn't make it to this goal last year, it doesn't mean I have to give up. I feel I'm ready to push and achieve this goal now, and I'm changing it up with a new plan to help me accomplish this. A second sub-goal is something I have always wanted to do, and that's perform 5 unassisted pull-ups. I can't even do 1 unassisted pull-up right now. In my mind, this is the ultimate in strength feats. I can do push-ups, sit-ups, and such. I have never been able to do pull-ups. So, this is truly a worthy goal. But this all leads up to the granddaddy goal of all. That's right. My third sub-goal is to complete a Tough Mudder in November. This will be my biggest challenge in my life, and to do it, I'm going to need to take everything to the next level. Just showing up at the gym doesn't cut it anymore. I know I need to focus on refining my training and performance to get it done. Most of all, I now have to focus on nutrition. This is the biggest change I must make this year to achieve this goal. Dr. Benjamin Hardy has said, "Once you set an identity of the future self you want to be, you set a goal to create that identity." By seeing my future self in the best shape of my life at 50, I now know that I have to choose an appropriate challenge to create that identity. Doing a Tough Mudder is something I never would have done. My old and even my current self is nervous and afraid of this goal. Only a few short years ago, I would never have pushed so hard physically, nor worked past my mental obstacles to achieve this. Jim Rohn said, "We must challenge ourselves right now with a new level of thinking and drive ourselves to a new level of achievement." He also said, "The ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them." To accomplish this Keystone Goal, I'm going to have to do the following. First, focus on muscle growth. I'm going to need a lot more strength and endurance than I have right now to overcome the Tough Mudder obstacles. Second, implement some plyometrics into my routine. Some of these obstacles are going to be extreme, so I'm going to have to act like I'm preparing to become a Navy SEAL here. Third, I'm going to have to improve my running. Now, I only run a little bit right now, so since I'll be doing a lot of running on the obstacle course, I'm going to have to increase my running distance and endurance if I want to be able to succeed in the Tough Mudder. Fourth, I'm going to need to continue to build mental stamina here. Now, this is going to be a part of my Krav Maga as well as the plyometrics that I'm going to be doing. I have to mentally work past the obstacles that are in my head as well as my limits to be able to work past them and succeed in the Tough Mudder. Finally, I need to change my diet. To achieve 15% body fat, I'm going to have to make some serious changes in my diet. Less sugar, properly balanced macros, healthier food choices, etc. For 2021, I'll be sharing the details of my steps on the journey towards my future self. Throughout this year, I'm going to be sharing the things I learned on fitness and nutrition. I'm also going to be sharing my successes And yeah, my failures as well. I'll also be sharing my continued mental and spiritual growth because all of that's going to come as a part of the physical improvements I'm going to make. All three are tied together, folks, every damn day. You are also going to be a part of my accountability this year. So I'm going to be sharing everything here on the channel on my progress. Hopefully what I do here will inspire you to focus on your future self as well. So stick with me and let's see what future John's going to look like at the end of this year.